Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all ages, how are we doing today? I hope we're all having a good day. Today, Carputing is coming at you with a review of some sparkling ice, zero sugar. Hopefully you get a good view. Let me make sure you get a good view. Sparkling ice, zero sugar, kiwi, mango. Is this all, or not mango, kiwi? Yeah, something like that. I mean, you guys need a bit higher of a view. There you go. Something like that. So this is the kiwi strawberry stuff. This is sugar-free, no sponsorship, no affiliation, but you know, I was browsing Amazon and I saw, oh, you know, this was on sale. It was like $16, $17 after tax in Ontario, which your sales tax is 13%. So like 14 something before tax. So yeah, I paid that. Like I said, no sponsorship, no affiliation. I was just like, you know what, I like mixing up my sugar-free drinks. And you know, let's try it. A lot of the other flavors were out of stock. I don't know. I guess these are popular, and maybe this one not as much. But you know, I felt like, you know, I could go for some kiwi strawberry. So if you look at that right there, that's a really nice ice logo with just a kiwi and a strawberry in it. So exactly what I'd expect. You see, it looks like it's bubbling underwater because it's carbonated. So that actually picture that they have there is just so nice and exactly describes what it is without any crap. I really like the labeling on this. So flavored sparkling, a water-based beverage. So it doesn't say it's water, but it's a water-based beverage. But to me, anything with 0 calories and 0 sugar in it, that's you know, that's water. Whatever, I don't care, flavor it whatever you want. As far as I'm concerned, it's water, which is awesome. So this stuff's caffeine free. You know, I do like my caffeine, but you know, that's fine that it's caffeine free. 503 milliliters per bottle. 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 0 protein, 0 cholesterol, 10 milligrams sodium. Ooh, that's okay. 0 milligrams of potassium, calcium, and iron. So this is flavored water, you know. Let's look at the ingredients in it. The ingredients are carbonated water, natural flavors, golden kiwi juice concentrate, citric acid, potassium benzoate, sucralose, brilliant blue FCF, tartrazine, Easter gum. That's the only thing I know about those is that I saw some JFK guy on the news saying he hates tartrazine, and there's some brilliant blue. That's crazy. So I think that's a blue and yellow. Yeah, that's blue and yellow dye to make the green. So tartrazine and brilliant blue. So if you want to make this color a green, mix some tartrazine and some brilliant blue FCF with water. Add some carbonation, bit of sucralose, tiny bit of kiwi extract, and you're good to go. I don't see any strawberry mentioned in here. Is that so? I don't get where they're coming up with the strawberry. So I don't know. Maybe they just say that. Let's give it a whirl without any further ado. It's got a nice crack to it. It's got some carbonation. I can hear that crackle. So yeah, overall, what I'd expect, kind of like the fizz calms down a lot quicker than it would in like a Coke or a Pepsi. So let's give it the smell test. Yeah, it's got some sort of that kind of sugar-free drink smell, if you know, you know, and some sort of fruit flavor. Yeah, kiwi smell, kiwi strawberry smell. Accurate. So it's not bad, and not much else to say. I know, you know, I've explained everything beforehand. This one expires August 2025. I got this. It is currently April 2025, April 24th. So yeah, that's the expiry date on these. You know, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months out. So cheers. Let's see how it is. What am I expecting? I am expecting something probably. I don't know how strong it's going to be fruit flavor. I know the carbonation in these is good. I've had these before. I haven't had this flavor before. So the flavor, I don't know. Do I expect it to be a bit sweet, a bit sour kind of, and then that distinctive like sugar-free, not sugar, but you know, it's emulating it flavor. If you know, you know what I'm talking about there. So something like that is what I'm expecting. If that little bit of rambling made sense to you. So let's give it a whirl. Yeah, That's not bad. I thought the kiwi strawberry was going to be like kind of a off-putting flavor because I know it was on sale. Everything else was kind of sold out. What's wrong with this one? So immediately you're getting hit with that fruity flavor the second it enters your mouth. Some things take a minute for it to hit the back of your taste buds and for you to get the flavor to kick in. But this gets the right front of your taste buds where the second that comes in and then it coats kind of your tongue as it goes down of like that's the fake fruity flavor. And it's not off-putting. It's not as strong and powerful as a real kiwi would be, not nearly as sour. But I do feel like there's some no sourness that would cause you to recoil like a lemon or lime would, but I feel like there's that kind of bit of emulated sour flavor in the back that's very unique. Yeah, really fizzy on that one. Really got tons of fizz. The fizz calms down so quickly compared to normal sodas I find with these, but when you get them in your mouth and you give them a bit of a swish, they fizz up. They fizz up pretty quick. Yeah, just immediately you're getting that kind of sweet flavor. It definitely is a good kiwi and strawberry flavor. I'm surprised because I didn't see strawberry in the ingredient list, but I guess citric acid's probably close enough to strawberry, right? And it doesn't feel like acidy at all. It feels soft like a nice water would be. Yeah, not a super strong sweet taste, but really nice sweet taste on this. Like you could probably tell this is a zero sugar drink, but you know, it's not off-putting and not strong in any ways. This is a very well concocted drink. I think I will easily enjoy this this whole bundle of drinks I got here. How many I have? 4, 8, 12. Yeah, I'll enjoy that. I've been craving something a bit sugary, and that kind of hits the spot. You know, it's no sugar in it, no calories. But if you're trying to lose weight, maintain your sugar intake, this would be something good to down these like crazy because 0 calories. I paid, like I said, like $16.50 after tax, like $14.50 or something before tax. Not a bad price for a 12 pack of these. I think Costco sells these also. I'm not sure if they're cheaper there. I don't know. I figured, for Amazon delivering them at that cost, that's worth it. Yeah, kind of a heavy item for the Amazon guy to deliver, but yeah, overall nice. This is a drink also. I eat a lot of things quickly. That's just how I like to eat and drink stuff usually. But this is something I feel like, I took a few drinks of it. I'll put it down. I'll use the computer for a bit, browse YouTube, play some games, and then I'll come back and then have another sip of it every now and then. So I think this is a very good drink for someone that of what I'm looking for, something that I'm not just gonna, even with root beer and stuff, I just down it so quick because like that's just what I feel like I need to do to get all the flavor of it. But I feel like the flavor is still on my palate from this since the last time I've taken a sip, so I don't feel like I need to take another sip to get the flavor back, which is kind of the main reason I like sugary drinks, is I like the flavor. But this is emulating that very, very well. Impressive by Sparkling Ice. It's probably been a good 2-3 plus years since I've had any Sparkling Ice of any sort, maybe even 5+ years. I used to have them a lot, maybe around college, but no, it's been quite a while since I've had Sparkling Ice, and I don't know, I expected a lot worse from the normally kiwi strawberry. Like, if you love it, you love it, but it's kind of a mid-fit flavor in general, and a lot of people aren't kiwi strawberry fans. They say, if someone just tossed me that for free because it was the only flavor around, I'll take it. That's, I think, a lot of people's thought process with kiwi strawberry, but this is actually something I could say, you know what? Like, I probably prefer this over coconut and pineapple flavors. I do kind of remember those. It's been a while, but we'll try those again at some point, maybe. And the pink one they got. Yeah, no, this is a good, decent drink. I'd recommend this, honestly. Especially if you're looking for something healthier that's still packed with flavor and carbonated, which is kind of the holy trifecta I look for. I really love carbonated drinks. I just love it. I love sweet and sugary drinks. That's just, that's what my palate's used to. I live in North America. We love our unhealthy sugar. Okay, Europeans, you guys have crazy sugar tax. You guys are healthier. Okay, we like our sugar over here. But this does a good job. This good job at doing what it's trying to do. So yeah, like I don't get sick of it. Even when I feel like I still got it on my palate, I'm not overly thirsty. I just want to take a sip of it because I want to take a sip of it. It's not off-putting at all, this flavor. Honestly, that so many flavors I find are controversial. Some people may not like them, but this is one I feel like most people could get behind this. Even if you're not someone who loves it and would always maybe go out to get this again, I feel like anyone could be handed you're at work, you're in a meeting, they have this on the table, you're going for a run, someone just has this by coincidence. I feel like this is something anyone would pick up, drink, say, that's no complaints, whatever, wow, decent drink, okay. Nothing super amazing, fancy. I might say, wow, this is the best flavor I've ever had, but honestly, for someone who's usually kiwi strawberry, I love kiwis and I love strawberries, but I don't know, the flavor mixed is always a bit of a hit or miss. And usually it's more of a bold flavor. This flavor of this one is, it's not mild as in it tastes watered down, but it's mild as in it's not super sour, it's not super sweet, but it's also not lacking those. Very nice flavor profile on this flavor. So just wanted to do a quick little review, trying this quick, giving my thoughts on it. If I had to give this a rating, I don't know if there's exact categories for all my ratings. There is kind of for ice cream, but putting this in some sort of sugar-free drink category or just general beverages category, maybe I'll more figure that out at a later date. Maybe I won't. This is like a solid 7.5 out of 10, I'd say. I'd say I'd give it that. I was thinking lower at first. I was thinking, no, it deserves more than a 6. It deserves a bit more than a 7. It's not as amazing as to deserve an 8, It's not something where I'm like, okay, I got to drink a lot of these. I got to drink them quick. But I think it's a very balanced drink. It's a very good drink. Yeah, there's not really many complaints for this. I don't think there's room for improvement. I just think, it's a decent drink. It's doing what it does. I don't know. Maybe a room for improvement is remove the tartrazine and brilliant blue FCF. Sure, that's why you lost 2.5 points out of 10. Why the hell is there dyes in here? I get it's because marketing and you make a lot more money if it looks neon green. And I don't even care about the health perspectives. I'm not even going to get into that, but I'm just thinking about it. It's kind of like, I don't know what else he is about, but maybe thinking about it, that JFK, I'm Canadian once again, but maybe that American JFK guy has a point. But why is there tartrazine and brilliant blue FCF in this? That I'm consuming this. It shouldn't be made to look good. It should be made just to taste good. I don't care if it's a slight brown or yellow or if it is watercolored, as long as it tastes as it does now and is as healthy as it is now, or better. I think that would be better. So that's the only thing. I guess these guys aggressively use dyes, it seems like, to dye the stuff. Don't know how much is in there, but just the fact they have to put it in there. I don't really care too much. I would not be offended by if someone said, like, I'm gonna beat you up if you don't drink a bottle of blue dye. I'd drink a bottle of blue dye. I'd be like, I'll deal with the sickness for a few days to not get beat up for drinking a bottle of dye. But yeah, you don't just need it to have it. You don't just need dye in your drink. So anyways, that's I guess the only docker. for the points. But overall, flavor profile, health profile, yeah, real good. No huge complaints. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Try this. Just go for the 12-pack. You don't need to just try one. If you can only find the 12-pack, grab a 12-pack. Not a real controversial flavor. If you don't like it, I'm sure someone else in your household will. So yeah, have a great day, gamers. That's the Sparkling Ice. There you go. Let me show you. Sparkling Ice Strawberry Kiwi. Bye for now.